Okay, I am really tired, and I look like it too. Look at my hair; it's like wet all over. Okay, it's 8:45 in Dallas, and it is completely dark outside. And I've just come in from working in the yard since I don't know 6 o'clock. It was so hot during the day, unless you start really early in the morning, and I got a mass first thing in the mornings. Unless you start, in the morning, it's just unbearable in the afternoon. So I've learned that. This is a video about how to take care of your yard when after you get old and tired. I haven't taken care of a yard since I was 25 and bought my first house. I had a gas self-propelled lawnmower and a gas edger, and I did my yard work. But that was 40 years ago. And since then, I have managed not to start a lawnmower. So when I got married, oh gosh, 1994, I guess, my ex-husband was a farmer at the time. So we ended up buying this house, great house, on an acre lot with St. Augustine grass. And the guy who sold it to us was my age now. He said he was selling it because he just couldn't handle the yard work anymore. And my husband just kind of laughed it off. So anyway, I ended up buying a riding John Deere lawnmower, really nice mower for him. And my ex handled the yard. That was kind of our, one of our deals. I paid for everything. He handled the yard. Okay, so I didn't have to worry about it. When we separated, I was making really good money, so I hired a company to do it. Then a kid down the street to do it. And both of them worked really well. So fast forward 20 years, and I just turned 65. I've been my mother's full-time caregiver for 5 years, living in her house. And she had a guy who would come by and mow the yard and edge every week, and take care of it. So you didn't notice when weeds came up. I could have cared less. It didn't look twice. Never was outside. Never any reason to be in the yard. Okay, I don't like mosquitoes. So she got really bad last year and ended up having to go into a nursing home, and responsibility for care of the house fell 100% to me. So I had to start paying attention. So I paid this guy last summer to do the yard and ignored, fertilizing it, treating weeds, stuff like that. So this year I had a really traumatic spring and didn't do anything in preparation. So I have had to play catch up for the last 4 weeks. One thing you can take away from this video is you do not want to play catch up. The crabgrass in the yard was up to my knees. The cat could hide in the yard without me having a clue where he was. And there were all sorts of weeds, dandelion and clover and weird things that I don't even know the name of. And there were ants everywhere. I'm not very good about wearing shoes, and so I would go out, in the yard barefoot, and then wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning with welts on my feet from ant bites. So that wasn't good. So I started having to figure out, what am I going to put on the yard? How am I going to get rid of this crap? Started trying to pull the crabgrass by hand, and found out that it was easier to use your bare hands, so you could get, underneath it and really get it up. And then using gardening gloves. So, I always had dirt under my nails. That lasted for a week. I got about a tenth of the yard done, and then I started desperately trying to find something that would treat crabgrass on St. Augustine lawns that wasn't going to ruin the world. And organic unfortunately, didn't seem to be the answer. And I finally caved into big chemical companies and bought noxious stuff to put in the yard. Okay, so I had to buy a lawnmower and I had to buy a trimmer. I bought electric, did my research, went to Consumer Reports, found, I can't pronounce the brand. Anyway, I'll tell you later. And bought the lawnmower, electric lawnmower, which is very cool. They're so much quieter than gas powered. And you don't have to slug around gasoline and get it everywhere and nasty. And they're much better. Okay. And an electric edger. So all you have to do is charge the handy dandy little batteries. Then you have to learn how to use them, which admittedly took me several days. It was not fun. I had to trim down most of the yard before I could even mow it, and then trim it again, and then mow it again, and trim it again, mow it again. So I'm going to tell you what happened next, because that was about a week ago, and just let you ladies maybe learn some of my hard-won experience. This is my first video, so don't judge me. Thank you. Bye.